blame me. Let's meet Darion. And I don't know how to say your last name.
D'Anjou.
D'Anjou. Oh, I like
did
that.
that.
That's
You
got to be
nailed it.
French.
You nailed
D'Anjou.
that.
That's French, yes?
D'Anjou, it sure is. Yeah, I've got some French heritage.
Damn.
Caribbean heritage,
Uh-huh.
going on.
Oh.
Island of Martinique, but that's a few generations back, yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. Say it one more time.
D'Anjou.
One more.
D'Anjou.
D'Anjou. Oh, man.
You got it.
Dude, yeah. If I ever make movies or anything, I might be Revolution D'Anjou. I like that. That is a good one.
I've always said to myself, I'm gonna throw my name into some of my movies. I don't really understand why people don't write their own names into movies anyway. There's no rule.
That would be cool.
Yeah, why not? Right? Yeah. You have like a
Hitchcock
company name.
Put himself in movies.
He'd actually put himself in the movies, right? But not his name, right?
Right. Well, and by the way, anytime you need an old, middle-aged, heavy-set looking dude, bald, I'm always available. Just so you know.
You're the guy? Okay.
I'm the guy.
All right.
If you need him to act, I don't know. But if you just need me walking around or something, I can do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Doe. What's up, Doe? Doe is in Lincolnshire, England.
Oh, no.
She's
England.
across the pond. You should follow her.
I was gonna say Nebraska.
Yeah.
You say Lincoln,
Nope.
I think Nebraska. Whoa, okay.
Right.
Hey, Hey, Doe.
Doe is awesome. Doe is
late. It's late morning there. It's early morning there.
Yeah. If Doe is not, well, I mean, it doesn't matter what she was. If she's not in bed right now watching, I would be shocked. So, because it's really late there. So, and Tony D from Warner Robins, what's up, man? Tony D, you might come up and talk to us a little later.
Isn't that Georgia?
Warner Robins, Georgia.
Yeah, hey, I'm in Georgia. What's up, Georgia? Tony D from Georgia.
Doe's laughing.
I love it. This is way more fun than like a regular podcast with no interaction.
Exactly.
Hey, from ATL,
Lauren
we
George.
got somebody from ATL. What's up, ATL? Come on.
Look at that.
I love it. Yeah.
Look at
You're
that.
gonna get me hooked, man. I'm gonna come on your show every day.
Why you think you're here, man? You're smart. You're freaking talented. You make great movies, which maybe we'll watch Mommy a little later. Is that cool with you?
That would be great. Absolutely.
Okay, we'll watch Mommy in a little bit. And you're freaking a badass, dude. Of course, I had to bring you here. This is a great place. Totally for what you do. And what do you do, man?
What do I do? Yeah.
And I know you know how to say it. So I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna mute my microphone, and I'm gonna let you go because you are awesome. And thank you for coming tonight, by the way.
Yeah, no, this is great. I'm glad you asked me. So for those of you from Atlanta, I am from Atlanta. I was raised here, born in New York City, but raised here since I was about 6 years old. So I guess I can call this home. And what I do is I'm a film writer and director. I operate in the independent film space. And what that basically means is that my films don't necessarily have the backing of the big studios like Disney or Paramount or anything like that. They are financed by myself, and then I distributed them online or through film festivals. My films have played, for those of you who know Atlanta, there's a theater called the Landmark down in Midtown, which is known for playing independent films. So my films have played there very often, as well as traveled the world through film festivals. So yeah, and then the film that you're talking about there, Mommy, has done pretty well. It's got about 1.7 million views online. So a number of people have seen it and made comments and been freaked out by it, pissed off by it, angry, excited, the gamut. So I guess that's the job of a filmmaker, is to get a reaction. So so that's what I do, and I love doing it. look. We got Joy Christine here. Hi, Joy.
I'm muted.
Tony's
I
gonna.
did it again on my own show.
You're
Please,
talking on
I
the
need a
mute.
technical director. Yeah, thank you, Joy. My technical director called again. I can't touch the mute. Don't touch the mute. Don't touch the mute. The theater in Atlanta. What's the name of it?
It's called the Landmark.
Oh, you know the owner?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Yeah. So I know her, and she's going to be on the show. I'm 99% positive I know who she is. So that'll be
Oh,
fun because we could talk movies to her and all of that, and her family I think's been down there for a while. So that'll be cool. So I'm sorry, keep going, but that reminded me of that theater. So tell us more about what you do because
that's
Doe
it.
knows your
So,
movie. Doe saw your movie. Notice what she said. She said, "Oh, the horror film." you know.
oh,
So,
that's so cool. I'm so glad somebody watched it. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I would love to make that one into a feature.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I would love to make it into a feature, and it's got some stuff in it that would be unusual for the zombie genre. Because I do watch most everything in the zombie genre, which is my favorite horror genre, and I,
Oh
I have
wow.
some things I want to do. Yeah, I want to have some fun with it. Once I get some money behind me, you're gonna start to see some really cool films coming
Well,
out.
hold on.
Yeah, are you
I'm
grabbing
in
the
for
money right
20
now? There you go. Boom, boom.
right there. I got
I
seed
love
money,
it.
man. Seed
That's how it
money.
starts.
Right there. Right there. I will mail that. I'll put that like right in the phone, dude. Seriously, I don't have much
Yeah.
money, but if you need money, what I can spare, I've seen your work. I want to be, I couldn't be executive producer, but maybe like the guy that stands next to the producer.
There you go. The
I could
next to
put some money in for
producer.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a producer for everything, so we can find the role for you, man. You're good.
That's right. That'd be fun. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
But yeah, man, it's fun, and the thing is, I'm in this indie space, and the funny thing is, I'm sure we can get into it more, but Atlanta's a great place for that. It's like there's just so much energy here, lots of creative talent everywhere, and everybody wants to be a part of something, and that just makes for a good life. I mean, what could be more fun than just coming up with these crazy stories, right out of thin air, out of my head, and then actually finding a way to get those things into pictures. It's really great, and actually, the further I go into it, I'm not even sure I necessarily want to be backed by a studio because I do plan to do an independent feature later this year. It'll be a sci-fi, and my idea is to make it on my own dime and then find my audience on my own. And if I can find my audience on my own and just make that a relationship between me creating it and our collaborative creators and going straight to the audience, and if that's able to sustain it, then what do I need a studio for?
Hell yeah. Right. I
Yeah.
mean, exactly. Look, what we were talking to, Gavin Booth, right? He's on Clubhouse with you, right?
Gavin. Oh yeah, I love
Yeah.
Gavin. Yeah.
Gavin is exactly the person that makes Hollywood work because Gavin's a working professional director, producer. Gavin is not, J.J. Abrams or whatever, right? He's not getting $1 billion per shot, but I don't know what he makes, but I know he makes a good living. And
Yeah.
he's making not industrial films like I did or, not boring shit. He's making innovative shit
Yeah.
and making a living. And those are the people I've heard you talk about this on Clubhouse. Those are the people that you want to be. I mean, I want to be Steven Spielberg still. I went to film school, right? But
Yeah.
I'd just as much be happy being Gavin Booth or
Yeah.
you who knows what they're doing and has a path through business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that is what's exciting to be. And that's why I'm stoked to have you on here tonight because you are like the guru of the gab, man. You just put it out there like your 1 minute movies. Like, dude, you changed my life already because I'm like, I don't have time for a 5 minute movie. Now I've edited commercials. So actually he's kind of pulling you down a crazy road because to edit a movie in 1 minute can sometimes be harder than to edit an hour-long piece of film. Trust me, right?
Absolutely.
He'll tell you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I can make a 1 minute movie with my iPhone. And what's that editing software that you talk about all the time?
I talk about DaVinci Resolve because
Yes.
it's free. Yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah.
figured it was free because I don't have
Yeah.
the money for Final Cut Pro, and
Yeah.
I don't like
Or
it. I don't like
Premiere.
it.
Yeah.
Premiere,
And you
I
know,
don't
like,
even
and
know
it's
how
only
to.
on.
I went to
Yeah.
film school. I cut strips of film. I'm a filmmaker and I can't run that thing. And I can run computers, Premiere. And no, I want something that I can run. Can I run that program?
You can run that. You can run, and
Yeah.
if you have any trouble, you can just call me up and I'll help you.
Oh, yeah. I got you on speed dial now.
Yeah, yeah. No, I help my students learn how to use DaVinci Resolve because I figure they have ideas that they want to share, but if I can help get them through that technical thing of that fear of being able to edit something, which is why I do the 1 minutes, because it's like everybody feels like they can do 1 minute. So by them having a 1 minute, I get them through the process because
Right.
they're less afraid. They're like, okay, it's only 1 minute. I can try. And so we have actually 6 students finish their films last Sunday and turn them
Oh,
in by the
wow.
deadline
Uh
for
huh.
the competition.
Uh huh.
And actually on Clubhouse in a private room right now, the judges of the competition, who are a lot of people you've seen on stage with me and everything,
Yeah.
they are actually rewatching the films and scoring them and grading them for
Wow.
the
Holy
award
crap.
ceremony tomorrow morning.
Is this the first ever?
Yeah, it's the first competition of 1 minute films. Six
Damn.
students finished their
One of
films.
those
It was
people
great.
is going to be like someday, to the Academy. I want to thank, and then, oh yeah. And the guy that started it all, Darion, say the last name again.
D'Anjou.
Darion Danjou got me in this.
Yeah, you killed it.
He's about
You did a good job.
170, but he looks like he's 35 because he's rich and he's got a lot of chemicals in his body. And it's going to be you, dude. You are starting people on the road. Being a filmmaker, I was a tiny little filmmaker. I knew how to make a film, but I didn't really make any. But I can make 1 minute films. But you're a really great filmmaker, and you're an amazing teacher as well. And what are you doing? Tell us about the 1 minute films in a little more detail. Like, talk to me about, sell me on it, the
Yeah.
1 minute idea.
So I'm going to tell you how it really came about. So the thing is, film is really a second career path for me, right? I'm in that transition phase right now. And prior I'd been, doing software consulting and all that boring stuff. And basically I wanted to get into films. And when I got into films, I did all these courses and I read all these books and I, watched every YouTube video and I did all those things. But this was about 5 years ago, and I started purchasing, not right away. I started working first with other people, but then once I wanted to accelerate, I started, buying equipment. I bought a Blackmagic Ursa Mini Pro, and but then I realized, oh crap, that's not enough. You can't just do the whole film just with a camera body. You need lenses. Oh, okay. So let me get those, and then over time, let me save money. Let me get a gimbal. So you get on this gear chase. That's what a lot of filmmakers get into, and you end up chasing gear for years, and before you realize it, you're like tens of grands, further along, just to be able to make the types of films that you see Steven Spielberg, up David Fincher, out there making. And I realized that it's just like, if I could do it again with the hindsight of the experience that I had and all the screw ups that I made, I would have been a lot more efficient about it. And one of the things I would have done was start with shorter projects, because it's like it's overwhelming when you try to get in there. Okay, I'm going to do my short film. We're going to go to Sundance and we're going to win Sundance, and then the rest is history. I'm going to have dancing women and getting full body massages and having Steven Spielberg ask me what I want to make next, and that's kind of how you imagine it. But the reality is obviously it's way different. It's more like focus on the process, right? It's like develop a process, learn to love the process. And so that's what I've learned to love is like I've made a lot of films that people have never seen.
Mm-hmm.
When I first purchased my camera, I think I shot every single day for the next 2 years without fail, on any day. I would just find something to shoot and I would put it in the computer and then see how to make it look. And, so there's a lot of crap that I shot, but
Mm-hmm.
it's fun. Like, it's fun to do that. Like, even that stuff, I mean, just crazy, stupid stuff. It's fun to do. I would do like lock and load scenes. Like, I would just have an actor friend come over and be like, hey, look, we got all these like fake guns or whatever. Go ahead and just lock and load those and let me film you doing that. And I just want to make that look cool. And that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, yeah, and that's kind of where I was like, oh, I actually
Uh-huh.
love doing this because it
Right.
really doesn't matter, even before any of the films were like on screen and stuff. I just enjoyed that process of like coming up
Mm-hmm.
with cool stuff and everything. And so now with the 1 Minute Film School, I basically was like, oh, let me share with some of these folks who have these big dreams to like focus on a smaller piece of the process, 1 minute,
Mm-hmm.
get that right. And then when you get that right, then, and do that a few times, do that 20 times, do that 30 times.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
then,
Yeah.
yeah, just keep making 1 minute films. And then once you
Right.
start to go into shorts and
Ooh,
features, you'll be so confident,
I like
that you'll
this.
be,
What
yeah,
I want to do, because I want to go to the comments, because that's one of the big things we have to do here.
yeah.
But when I
Touches on
really,
sensitive
when
subjects.
when
Okay.
I realized that you didn't have to make films in a linear fashion, and that
Yeah.
David Lynch did that for me during Twin Peaks, I think probably is when I
Yeah.
kind of
David
started
Lynch
to
is
think
good.
about it.
Yeah.
And but later again, Lynch gets me with a couple of his films, and I'm like, and so I was telling Gavin this the other day. I want somebody to go out and shoot a movie, all right, and then put that movie into a digital cannon, chop it up into a bunch of pieces, shoot it up into the air, and have it come down into a cohesive film, right? Like that is the layer of non-linear film that I would like to see, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think somebody will do that someday.
Yeah.
So, um,
Or
hey,
have like an AI randomly chop it up and then see if
exactly,
it still makes
exactly,
sense. Wouldn't that be
exactly.
cool?
That would be
Yeah.
really cool. So
Yeah.
Geo says, "Hey there, big fan, big film fan here, especially horror." And the reason I'm reading these because I want to turn these into podcasts. So, hey there,
Mm.
big film fan here, especially horror. Please tell me what you think about Amazon Prime and other sites removing smaller or lesser known films, cutting huge profits for directors like yourself. My question is, what would you like to see change both in movie projects and more so, how does this platform share your vision? You're talking about Haps, he's just learning about it, or if you're talking about Amazon, obviously he can talk to that.
I can speak to that. So what I would like to see in my ideal world would be like a Netflix that shares the revenue. So imagine if
Ooh.
Netflix had, they use their pot of money
Mm-hmm.
and some of it goes to operations to keep the site
Mm-hmm.
going and everything. But if they would just have a pot of money where you say whoever is getting the most views, the most minutes, the most hours, they just automatically divvy it out. you
Mm.
know
Oh,
i
hang, hang on.
I would
Hey,
like to see
Brett,
that.
have you been in here for a minute, 45 seconds, 2 minutes? If you have, what Darion just said here, I bet we could do that here. We'll look at it, Darren,
Oh, Brett's the
because
guy, right?
well, Brett is the mobile guy. Brett
The
is the
mobile
mobile
guy.
guy. So, but this idea, keep going with it because this idea of
Yeah.
a Netflix like that, I could see
Yeah.
that even in then them developing a pool of money so that then more deals could be done, more films could be made, and
Yeah.
you could have an ongoing kind of system of feeding people in and stuff like that. This is a cool
I
idea that
think
you
people
have.
would like that because there are a lot of films that aren't that are sitting on people's hard drives too, right? They're just
Hmm.
literally sitting on hard drives, and there are a lot of people who would like to watch those films, but
Right.
people don't have. Not only that, if you knew you had a way to make money, it would
Hmm.
actually make you go make more films.
Right.
So yeah,
But what if you
I
could what if you could have a channel where you can show your films and it's not YouTube saying, well, if you get this many clicks on our commercials will make you wait till you get 1,000 viewers and your hands turn purple in the sky. You know, it looks like rainbows and horses poop flowers. Then you can get your money. Or like this platform, you can show your films, and if somebody likes it, they could sponsor you for $5 a month. They could drop a hamster, meaning that there's a $40 award here. If somebody would do me the favor to drop like a 15-cent award to show this man how this works, they could drop a $75 diamond, I think, award on you, and maybe fund your next 3 1-minute movies.
Oh, so that's pretty cool.
We could do that here, my friend. Appreciate you. Thanks, beautiful. Brett.
Boom, boom. There goes Brett. I love it, Brett, with the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed an award earlier. Oh, you're right. I did get one. Thank you. And let me say thank you to Joy Christine there. Whoa, $5.
Yeah. She's doing it, man.
Whoa. Well, look, if any money that comes in tonight, and don't worry, it's not going to be a lot, but anybody that comes in here or comes in here after the replay and drops an award, or you specifically do a sponsorship because you just want to do a one-time amount, just let me know. DM me if it's $20 or something, and Darion here will get all of it except the taxes and the fees. We'll split it. So if we get $10, we'll split it. If we get $100, we'll split it, because I want you to be able to have some funding towards your next movie. And now all of my folks here can be an investor in your movie company there. So yeah, let's put some money into this thing tonight for this gentleman, and that would be great. And get your friends. They can do the same thing after the show. So anyway, keep going. I'm supposed to be quiet. You're supposed to be talking.
Yeah, I'm kind of like scanning the comments. I love how people can interact, because Gio did ask something. I wanted to.
Oh yeah, go back. Gio asked another question. I can read it for you. Let me find it. Would you consider making a film that touches on sensitive subjects, more so cultural horror rather than gore or mysticism?
Oh, all day long. That's all I care about. Yeah, I mean, I guess, Gio, when you're kind of mentioning that, you might be thinking about a movie like a Get Out, where it's like kind of a cultural horror, where they're taking people's brains out, but it's kind of just exaggerating the reality that's already there, right? A black guy dates a white woman, goes back to her neighborhood, and then gets his brains taken out. That's pretty scary situation. This guy just wanted to have a good weekend, He's just nervous about meeting the parents, He doesn't mean to get his brains eaten.
Hey, but I mean, I got to be honest with you. I've met some parents, and I'd have preferred the brain eating part, So.
Right. Just go ahead and suck my brains out right now,
Seriously, honey, just have him suck my brains out. It's not going to work out. He says, let's include the same. Why can't I say that? Okay. Consolidation? Why can't I say this word?
Yeah, to see if the films are being talked about, those films that always increase promotion on the main site. Yeah. So he's saying, okay, yeah. So he's talking about in that app we're doing, then you also do it like with the talking and the engagement as a part of it. Oh, sure. That makes sense. Yeah.
That'd be cool. And you're getting instant feedback of your film right here in the comments. Like, oh shit, dude, that just scared the crap out of me. Or, oh, dude, that edit, no, way too long. Trim that thing by about 15 seconds and you're golden. And you're like, thank you, Mr. Are you actually Steven Spielberg? Oh no, it's not spelled right. But anyway, thank you. That would be awesome. It would be awesome.
Yeah, that I think would be great. I'm for it.
Yeah.
I like Gio. Gio's got all these really cool ideas here. He's talking about Get Out, which is like a comedian limited in freedom of speech moving to films. Right. Yeah, and then his follow-on film, Us. I don't know if everybody's seen that, but
I haven't
have
yet.
You gotten a chance to see that? Yeah.
Not
Us?
yet. I should watch it.
Get Out.
Oh yeah.
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 So Us is a little more complex. Like there's not as easy to read.
Hmm.
And it's arguably, some people argue whether it's better or whether it's as good. I would say it's kind of in the same level. It's just a little more abstract. So not
Hmm.
everybody's as convinced that but I liked it. It's very along the lines of what Gio is talking about, where
Hmm.
it's got this whole cultural. It's kind of a cultural horror, essentially, right? It's speaking about social scenarios, but putting it in a
Hmm.
dramatized horror kind of way. And not only that, Lupita Nyong'o, ooh, she was robbed. She should have gotten Best Actress that year. I cannot be convinced
Who
otherwise on that
won?
one.
Who won? Who won that year?
That's a good question. I don't even remember anymore who won that year. Yeah, but
Yeah,
Lupita,
that's
I
such
think
a
she didn't. The reason she didn't win is because the movie came out much earlier in the year,
and that
and then
happens. Yeah.
and
Yep.
it was in a sort of like a horror thriller, and horror
Right.
thrillers don't get quite the respect
But they
at the
get
Academy
more than they
Awards.
used to, and that's because they make bank.
Yeah,
Like when
yeah,
they were B movies and C movies, you made them. You were small film companies. You made money. But when Hollywood, when the big time houses were like, "Ooh, we can make bank on that," and that does raise it up a little bit.
yeah,
But yeah, they're always going to be a little slighted because of what they are. And some of the best freaking films you'll ever see,
yeah,
ever as a film, are
yeah.
horror films.
Or horror films. Yeah,
Exactly,
Y-
exactly.
yeah.
Hey, hold on a second before we read. Let's see. Oh wow, Geo. I have to say something to you, Geo. I had no idea that you were an active sponsor. From looking at the sponsorships, because it doesn't say the date, and aside from the fact that we've only talked to each other in the past couple of days, it had to happen very recently. And like, thank you, man. That's thank you. I don't person. I'm not sure. Thank you for that because
Antebellum was excellent.
yeah.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. I love Joy Christine. I love Joy Christine. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Antebellum was so good. There's so many haters of that movie, and I loved it. I love the movie.
Thanks, man. Him, he. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. See, that's on my list too. What's that on right now? What's that on right now? What
Oh,
channel? What network?
Antebellum. I believe it was. Let me think. What is it?
I know
I
it's
think I got it
available.
on Amazon is what I got it on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So I think
watch
it's
that
for
now. Holy
purchase. Yeah,
cow!
it's
So I gotta
so
watch.
good.
I gotta watch two movies this weekend.
A lot of people
Cool.
checked out of it too early because they didn't really give it a chance to get into what it's building to, and so that's why some people they didn't even watch the whole movie. But you just let it ride out and see where it's going, and you'll be, yeah, oh yeah. That was one of the films where I felt a bit jealous. Like that was a story that I felt like I would have wanted to have written. You know what I mean? It kind of has a slavery. Just I'm not going to give you a thing, but it has a slavery connection.
Are you
But it also like a bit of a mystical or sci-fi-ish connection. You just don't know which direction it's going, and I won't say any more than that.
are you kidding me? That is holy cow. Janelle Monet.
Yeah,
Like,
she's my lover and doesn't know it.
oh, dude. Like, I mean, whatever. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Like you. Yeah. Okay. She's awesome. She's attractive. Uh huh. No doubt. Okay.
most definitely.
Most definitely. All right. Wait. 59 cent second trailer. YouTube. Um, it's a little too long to claim. I got that little short term rights to show it. Darn. But you just watch it on YouTube. I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch it probably when we get done.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And oh, you know what? Hey, you want to do this, dude? You got any free time this weekend?
All
You,
right. What does it do when I get that a call came in? I just rejected it, but what does that do? Does
yeah.
it freeze me or
It
something?
just flashes. Yeah. Just
Oh,
next
got
time,
it.
or put your phone on do not disturb.
Yeah,
Um, and then we'll go through. It didn't have to be this weekend, but you know what we need to do? We need to do one of those watch parties where they watch it at home while
yeah.
we talk about it on here, and then after the meeting, like have a discussion, Q&A, much easier than on YouTube. We can cater the audience and everything. So we got, and then you can just do all that stuff without me on the channel. And dude, this is awesome. My wife has worked in small horror films. She would like to sponsor you and help with future projects. Well, do you have a Patreon, my friend?
That's amazing. I don't have a Patreon, but I'm definitely would like to.
Yeah, let's hook you up.
Yeah, let's do that.
You're on Instagram, right?
Yeah, at Darion Donju, just my name. That's the easiest way to get me is Instagram, honestly.
Yep.
Facebook, I'm
Get him on
there as well.
Instagram.
Yeah.
And wow, Gio, that's amazing. Awesome. Fantastic. All right, let's reset the room.
Let's reset the room. Oh my gosh.
You reset the room, man.
We can reset the room here. We're having a discussion about the future of amazing films that hopefully I will be making very, very near future, and staying as indie as possible, because I think it'll be more fun to be indie and do what I want with the films, whereas I have a lot of friends who have gotten deals and are quite disappointed because they don't have the control that they want. And my goal is to stay indie, man.
What kind of camera do you have now?
I've got the Blackmagic Ursa Mini Pro.
Right. So using that, and I know you've talked about if you were starting today, and we can talk about this, you might have started with an iPhone, people are like, they shoot commercials on iPhones, and yeah, they do. And you also know that they have $72 million worth of equipment behind that iPhone to make that shot look amazing sometimes. And sometimes it's just a dude holding the camera, getting an amazing shot with some good software after, because he did it in RAW, right? You don't know.
That's right.
But
that's right. It's
considering
post-production, right?
Gear,
it's such a big deal.
Right. Let's consider gear not being an option. Everything else is. But I mean, Red One, whatever, right? But let's give you whatever cameras you want for this thought experiment, all right?
Yeah.
But after that, what could you make? I'm sure, how many features do you have in your head right now that you want to make?
50?
50. Jesus.
Yeah,
okay.
Easily.
All right. So you're not going to make 50 features as a studio director. There's not enough time, all right, the way they work.
That's right.
So let's take medium budget of your 50 features, all right?
Yeah.
What could you make that movie for within 30%, do you think, with technology today, not being a studio? And I'm talking about hiring crews and everything, but like, what do you need to make, your best movie in your head? How much cash do you need?
I think with the technology today, I could make any of my movies for under $1 million. So meaning
that's cheap.
Yeah, that's cheap. But what I mean to say is that is
it's inexpensive
with having the visual effects and with having the things, and $1 million. Then I could always make a great movie with that money.
Right.
I just worked on a $250,000 feature film, which was a horror film. I'm the visual effects supervisor. And we were able to do a wonderful stuff. We were out in Florida in the swamps. We were doing really cool shots. So I'd want a little bit more leeway than that. But $1 million is about that sweet spot where I honestly don't think I'd have to go that much higher than that to make really, really awesome films.
Well, look, man, I mean, just...
I wouldn't even want more than that, right? Because there's the thing, is like, if each film makes money, then I get to keep making them. So I don't like, so I actually have friends who their first debut feature, they had made a number of short films, and they had this one short film which went to South by Southwest. They got a deal, and their first film was a film called Kin, and they got $15 million.
Well, I know that movie.
Yeah. And so, and Josh and Jonathan Baker, they're both on Clubhouse, but I met them in Atlanta, and we had discussions about it. But here's the thing, $15 million, but they originally envisioned it as an indie feature. But once they got into the system and they were like, oh, we can make this into a franchise, the budget started expanding. And so that film, the revenue on that film was $12 million, right? So you think about it, like now it's kind of seen as a failure, right? Whereas if it had been made for, let's say, 4 or 5 million or six
And did
million even,
12.
and did 12, it would be seen
You
as this
doubled your
amazing.
money.
Right,
Plus.
right, right.
Yeah.
So I would rather stay lower and just keep making profit.
Well, look, this MacBook Pro
PTR.
that I have that I got thanks
So
to
it says PTR.
you were in Clubhouse way too much. You know, 5 days ago you didn't even know what Clubhouse was, I bet. And
Right.
I did a 5-day bender. After about the third day, then I did a 5-day bender. I didn't eat, I didn't sleep. I think I went to the bathroom over that 5 days. I hope I did.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was a zombie full of knowledge and phone numbers for getting people like you. You've been on my list for 5 weeks. You know what I mean? Like I happened to get on Saturday and you were on and you were telling us about how you would probably, I mean, you're not going to turn down Star Wars. Nobody would turn down Star Wars,
Right.
even right now.
Right.
But how you're cool with, you're probably not going to direct Star Wars and that you might not even want to. And we
Yeah.
should talk about that. But I heard you and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, I'm looking. Because what I do is I screenshot bios on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
And I'm like, boop, boop, boop. Oh yeah. And like you were within the first like 15 people and I'm only on 13. You know what I mean? So
Right,
it's like,
right.
but I'm okay, you're getting bumped up by 400 people. Not to make it sound cool, but yeah, you got bumped up by a bunch of other people or whatever. And it's like, cause I'm working backwards because they're the newest.
Right.
And like, I'm like, oh, and you're like, yeah, okay, cool. Just like Gavin, just like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And here you are. So between Clubhouse and this, you're just golden. You're just golden. And he has got a question there for you. Let's not take away from the main component of cinematography. The style and framing of the camera operator and direction of others is huge. Let's get you funded.
I'm with that. I love that. I love that. Geo,
Right.
we're
Right
here.
there.
We're here, man.
And George Soros, let's take my
George Soros,
Democratic
let's do this.
money that I was using for politics to control the world, and let's slide it over to my friend over
Hey,
here.
slide $1 million this way, and let's make some cool films that people
Yeah.
want to see.
Yeah, that would be amazing. What's that? Without giving it away, you got a treatment for us? You could, or a
for
high
which
concept. Pitch me with a high concept
Pony,
on something.
For Pony, for
Yeah,
example.
sure.
Oh yeah, Pony. So Pony is a feature that's ready to go right now. That short of mine is done the best critically.
Oh, can we show that right now?
We
Should
can,
we show it?
yeah, it's on my channel. Absolutely, yeah. We can
Let's show
actually,
it. Let's
yeah,
show it. You
watch
talk
yeah.
about it and let
Yeah.
me. Am I going to your?
Yeah, so if you
YouTube?
if you go to the one that has mommy on it, it's also one of those videos that's on there.
Okay.
But Pony is really in the style of where, Gio actually just talked about like kind of cultural horror. Well, this is more in the lines of like cultural science fiction, in the sense that it's my belief that the gap between rich and poor is growing and will continue to grow unless we do something about the fact that technology is funneling a lot of money into fewer hands, right? So Pony exists in the near future where basically jobs are not really existent anymore, right? The gig economy that we're having, it kind of just keeps going in the direction that it's going right now. And there's a city essentially with a wall between the inside and the outside. And the outside, the only way to make money, now this is where it gets a little weird. Well, actually, we should watch it first.
Yeah, let's watch it.
'Cause
Am
I-
I doing the
I might
director's cut?
I might give
Director's
some.
cut?
Yeah, director's cut is the one. Yeah.
Okay, give me a
might-
minute because Eleanor, my technical director, is not here, but I can make this happen. So hold
Let's do
on.
it. All right.
And
Well, I can chat while you set that up.
yeah, keep chatting.
So basically, Pony, I'm just going to just the context of the world is essentially that, there's only illicit like underground gambling or, kind of, illegal hustling going on. There's really no, as far as jobs is just not a thing, You're either extremely rich and you don't work, or you're extremely poor and there is no work, and there's nothing really in between. But that feature is very inexpensive. I shot it. I'll talk about the budget after we watch
Okay.
it.
So
Yeah.
is this start out right away? Like no credits, nothing. You were just
It
jumping
just
into
goes,
a
just goes right
guy.
in it. Yeah, it's going
Okay,
to go
good.
right into
I just
it.
want to make sure I
Yeah.
was at the right point. And then what's going to happen here is I have to kill my audio.
Yeah, it's
So
like a Blade
because
Runner
we
scenario.
have zero lag in the comments, I need somebody to quickly tell me you can hear it so that we don't,
Okay.
but it should work. So just hang
Okay.
on a second. Give me a second. I won't be able to talk to you guys for the length of the movie. Your mic will be hot though, just so you know.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. That's the nigga that you talking about. Yeah. I feel like did it when I walk around. Yeah. That's what I need, nigga that you talking about. Yeah. I feel like did it when I walk around. Yeah. Oh, I feel like hoe when I roll around. Yeah. I feel like bro when I shut it down.
It must be Christmas riding this motherfucker, huh?
Hey, dark ass Santa over here.
Okay. Well, me too.
This motherfucker on pony, nigga.
Get that motherfucking dog.
Give me the motherfucking word.
What you doing,
Roll
nigga?
your motherfucking head off.
So
You in the wrong
you
spot.
thought you was just gonna come in here and take our money? Just because you can wear black skin don't make you hard, pony.
Give me the motherfucking
Here from the suburbs to take all our cash?
Don't let this nigga guy go.
But we are walking out with that cash, mule.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
Where this bitch come from?
Hey.
Y'all ain't search this bitch?
Let me blow this bitch.
Tell him to move!
Give me the fucking
Let him
word.
out. Move, nigga!
Bye, baby.
$250,000 words.
Don't let this nigga guy go.
This motherfucking leave.
You can run, but no, I'm coming for you, pony.
Baby, did you see their faces? You see these laughs, baby? I knew we were gonna see, baby. You are such a fucking big stallion stud, baby. The way you toss those glasses. You need to get those out. One last time, this is the last.
Wait.
Wow.
Baby, we gotta get back. Come on, baby, we gotta go.
You guys, if you had been late.
But we're not. And what's up
Oh my
with this
God.
girl, my eye?
Okay, hurry up. Gotta go.
Oh my fucking God. That was so fucking amazing. Do you feel like you still have like a 16-inch hard on?
All right, gentlemen. Time's up means time's up. I am sure that there are cheaper places that we can do that. All right, come on now. Door is right that way. Congratulations. Your bodies are in perfect condition. No damage was inflicted by the clients. All right, shall we say the same time tomorrow?
You got it, Doc. Same time tomorrow, 8 a.m. sharp. Kima, what are you doing? Hey, come on, Kima. We can come back tomorrow. Kima, come on.
It's just not enough.
What are you...
This isn't even enough to feed Christopher. Like, we're not making any progress.
Babe, but look, we're not sliding back either. That's progress, right?
Dr. Lee, Please just put Christopher into the program. Like, I know there's somebody rich out there that wants to know what it's like to be inside a little poor black boy.
I'm very sorry, but as you already know, our system cannot predictably sustain a consciousness transfer state until the target mind is at least 12 years old. Christopher is only 3.
But he's not gonna reach 12 in his condition. Look at him! Look at his eyes. What do you see? What do you think is in there?
I'm sorry, but our clinic does not do credit.
He's gonna die! He will die if you don't help him out! Please. He's gonna fucking die!
Kima!
What?
Don't mess this shit with us.
No, face it! I still feel them inside of me, okay? I am your wife. Why are you okay with this?
Doc, I'm really sorry. We appreciate the opportunity. We'll be back same time tomorrow, 8 a.m. sharp. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you. Kima.
There, it's putting me back in. All right.
Yeah. Bitch, I got the peace with me, so don't try to ride.
Yeah, I hope we don't go that direction. But who knows? Oh, wait 1 second here. What's going on? Oh. Are you, is he talking? Mute. She says mute. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I think he's rejoining. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know if, can you hear me, Joy? Oh, am I on mute? Am I the one on mute? Hey, folks. Oh, okay. Joy Christine can hear me. Oh, got you. Just can't hear Rev. All right, I think he's gonna join back in, but yeah, to
You should be able to hear me now.
oh, perfect, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Yes,
It,
yes.
it's on my end because I use all this fancy gear. In order for me
Yeah,
to put the audio in, I have to disconnect a bunch of stuff and reconnect it. So,
got you.
wow,
Yeah,
holy
no worries.
cow. Like, you made that?
Yeah, man.
Dude, like, you're bad to the fucking bone.
I appreciate it.
Holy
I
shit.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, like
Yeah.
that's an actual movie right there in 3 minutes or so. Like, 8 minutes. Wow. It went fast because that was,
Yeah. It moves pretty fast.
it moves very fast.
Yeah, that movie, man, I still remember all the details of making it. When I watch it, that
Uh-huh.
sort of triggers some things, and I remember how it had to change my directing approach because like I went in with this like plan of exactly how I was going to do everything, and then we get into that like kind of emotional scene in the office, like in the medical office,
Mhm. Mhm.
and Naomi Mack, who plays the lead in that, and she's been in Lovecraft Country and some other things, but she was right into her emotion like immediately. So I had a plan. I was gonna do like two wides, right? I was gonna go into some mediums and punch into some closes. I got my shot list, and I'm like, like schoolboy ready to go. And she comes in there, pistons blazing with all this emotion in the first take, and I'm in a wide, and I'm like, oh my god. Like she is giving it to me. I have to be in close. So I just scrapped all the other shots. I put the camera like, I went right up on her, and she did her thing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to make that, and it felt really, really good when I made that film. Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah. Um, I don't even know
Thank
where
you.
to
Somebody
I don't
said
even know where to
awesome.
start because there's stuff about direction, um, there's technical stuff, there's cinematography stuff I want to talk about in what you just made, and there's location stuff and like so this was all right. Can I ask what the budget was?
All right. So what is it? You're
You want me to
gonna
guess?
yeah, you can guess.
All right, now I'm no Hollywood type or anything, right?
Yeah.
But for what I'm seeing, not knowing that, there might have been a strict budget, but I mean, it's 8 minutes of incredible professional footage. Like, to me, I can't see how something like that can cost less than $100,000 with the full crew and everything. Probably more than that, but you know,
Yeah,
250 maybe
you're
250.
you're pretty close if you go take that down to about 300 or 400 bucks.
What?
Yeah, I
Dude,
mean,
no.
yeah, three or
No.
four hundred
So
bucks.
everybody's working for free, obviously, but
Yeah, everybody's free. I mean, I had the gear, of course, like the camera
uh-huh.
equipment, so that doesn't count that. But
Right.
but as far as on the day of actually going out and shooting, it was about 300 or 400
How
bucks.
many what size crew did you have?
Six, six
Six.
people. Yeah,
Six. I
yeah,
mean, those are
very
uh,
very
and they
small
know what they're
crew.
doing. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and I wanted it super small because of the emotional scenes, and I wanted us to move
Mhm.
fast. So
Mhm.
I went really small on the crew, but with people that I trust, and
And
we
you
you know we
shot it?
move. I was a cinematographer, yes.
You were the
Yeah.
cinematographer.
Hmm.
Um, did you have a
Yep.
camera operator?
Yeah. So those are the guys I work with because that's what I've worked with those guys quite a few times, so I knew they would be
Uh-huh.
able to move really fast and
Right.
not slow things down.
Right. Right.
Because like Naomi, even though I had not shot with her at that point, but I knew her enough to know that she's very like kinetic, and
Mhm.
you need to keep the camera rolling on her.
Right.
And I didn't want to have all these slowdowns and lots of questions, so I kept it real
Mhm.
small so that we could be lean and not distract from the performances.
Hey, I want to go back to the comments here.
Yeah.
But I just want to note for people because where people are going to see this the way that it works with me is in the replay, right? And I'm going to post about this everywhere. Post about this everywhere, man. Look who came into the room tonight with Geo. I don't know if he's got $25 or 2.5 million, but he likes you, right? And
Yeah.
he's going to do something, I would imagine. And people just need to, this is exactly why I do this program. People need to know who you are. Like at 100,000, I thought, size crew you would need, gear you've got, but these are actors, they need to get paid and everything. And I'm doing it from that way, like a professional thing would be done. So when I
So
say
Naomi-
100,000, if you'd have said 15, I'd be like, okay, but 300 or 400, shit. That's
So Naomi, the lead
Wow.
actress, almost didn't do the movie
uh-huh.
because so we had been talking about doing a movie together, me, her, and the lead actor Jason Louder,
Mm-hmm.
who people might have seen on Black Lightning. He's a recurring character on there. He's on
These
Wu-Tang
Atlanta
Clan.
people that are living in
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Atlanta. These are all Atlanta based, and so
Yeah.
he's on Black Lightning, and he's on the Wu-Tang Clan series, which is on Hulu, and a bunch of other stuff. Like he works a lot, but we had been talking about doing something, and then we finally found the moment to do it. I got really excited because I came up with this thing, and I was like, holy jeez, we've got to make this. So I write the thing like lightning fast, and I kick it back to them. Jason was in right away. He said, "Oh man, this is awesome. Let's do it." Naomi read it. She didn't quite get it at first, to be quite honest, and
Mm-hmm.
she turned me
Mm-hmm.
down. She said, "I don't really." She's
I
like,
don't
I
see
don't
it.
want to
I
do
don't
it.
feel it.
I don't get it, right?" And then on
Mm-hmm.
top of that, I've got like I've got the fellatio going on, and she's calling them words, and she doesn't know why these people are saying these things,
Right.
and so, but of course I was like, no, that's cool. I understand. I want to push you on that,
Right.
and then she apparently talked to Jason out after saying no to me,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And Jason said, "Hey, no, hold on, Naomi, go back,
Read it
read the
again.
script again." And she called me back. She's like, "Holy shit!" She's like,
Dude.
"I get it now. When are we shooting this thing?" And I was like,
Wow.
"Yeah, I know it's it on the first. A lot of times it's meant to be offensive, right?" I was
Mm-hmm.
like, it has to be that big in the beginning for the second part of it to land, and so she got it, and she got the idea that it's not them, right, in the first half. It's people playing what they feel like they would be in those
Be right.
bodies.
What they right.
So it's
Right.
got to be big, and it's caricaturized, and it's
Right.
and everything. So she figured that out, and she realized that the acting challenge that it was, because when I watched the movie, I still to this day, like when I just watched it, I was like, wow, because I see two different sets of people, even though it's the same actors playing the
Mm.
first half as playing the second half.
Right.
It's once they wake up and it's them themselves, they're like totally different to me, and I'm just like,
And
that's when I
and
knew. I was like, oh my god, these
and let me
people.
tell you something. As a guy that went to film school, and that's about it. I shot commercials, cable commercials, and shit like that. But I like film and cinema. That is not something every actor can do. We know actors have types. Like I could maybe do like like an Italian thing or something.
You
Maybe,
do the
I don't know.
Italian. You could do a little Italian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could do something. You know what I mean? Don't fuck with me, man. You
Oh
talking to
no.
fucking me, dude? What the fuck? Right? But
Funny
I'm
how
not
funny
gonna
like a
be
clown. Or funny what I make you laugh. I'm here to amuse you.
exactly. I probably can't go much off type. Hunky surfer dude,
Right.
25. Not going to happen. But to be able to act as two different people, that is a hell of a performance by your actors right there. It's a hell of a movie to write, but great movies fail all the time for bad
Yeah,
casting
that's right.
or all kinds of things. So, how's that feeling as you're shooting it? Does it feel like it's coming together?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this was like is like almost orgasmic. I mean, it was like I was like the thing is I knew I'd written a good script. Like, it really
Hmm.
had that feeling. I was like so happy to show it to them because I knew that this was a winner. But then to have them get it in their hands and just take it to this other level, like Jason Louder. See, one thing that people don't realize that he did, I got so much respect for him because he was able to help facilitate Naomi's performance, right? Because she's got the bigger, like more obvious performance, but his
Hmm.
performance is like he's got to like play that pocket and play that kind of step and fetch it husband type guy, which is like, he really he's like, we'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. sharp, right? It's like he's trying to fix the whole situation, and he just nailed that so well. And I just was looking at
he
him,
knows it's coming. He knows that it ain't working.
yeah,
It probably never works, or it is about to pop. He knew yesterday, tomorrow's going to be a bad day. You can
Yeah.
tell that in his performance,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
and
that.
he's
I
like,
felt
"Oh,
that right
gosh.
there.
Oh man, how am I gonna, and you're just in a desperate situation. So that short, I was really in a weird situation because it gets into all these festivals and it goes to the Berlin Sci-Fi Film Festival. So I was like, oh my gosh, my first European festival. I'm going over there, right? So I go over there. I watch all these films from all over the world, all of them in the budget ranges of what you just mentioned. One of them specifically shot in a Buddhist monastery, a Tibetan monastery, with like these incredible, I just like, how do they, the budgets are, and I'm asking people their budgets, and the budgets are all budgets 40,000, 50,000, 80,000, 100,000 for short films, and I'm like, oh my goodness, my film gets nominated for best cinematography. And I am like, I'm not telling anybody how much this film costs.
How much did you shoot this for? Oh, I would be embarrassed. It was so much. No.
I
My
used
dad,
one light.
oil baron.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
Marvel would those are low budget films. You know what I mean?
Right, Marvel, right? Exactly.
You'd
Yeah.
have to go the other way. You'd have to go the other way. You know what I mean?
I'm like in there, and my film, it has only one light the whole time. So I
One
use,
light. Oh wait, I got a ring light, which absolutely violates every rule of lighting. Okay, because I need a key light, I need a fill light, and I need a backlight. And
Yeah.
you had one light.
yeah, only during
Wow.
the poker scene, there's one light. It's an LED right above them. I've got black, duvetine behind everybody, so you can't see back that it's my living room that we're shooting in or whatever. And so that
sense.
was
That makes
all.
sense.
And the whole white office scene is all just natural light from that window.
It's beautiful. Is that north light? What time of day?
That time of day was it was mid towards afternoon. So basically, I knew that the morning the light would be coming from the other side. So I'd have
gotcha.
the whole day to shoot because it takes until evening to get where I wouldn't be able to shoot with the sun coming in anymore. So
I gotcha. So you needed the sun to be blocked, but you needed the ambient light.
the ambient coming in. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. So you
it
did
would look
need north
pretty
light.
even.
You actually needed. Yeah. What's that location?
So it's a beautiful location. It's these lofts downtown Atlanta, and I got it through Airbnb, which was like
Holy
part
shit.
of the Airbnb.
That was half
which
your
was part of
budget.
that was half my budget, and the other half was catering.
That would be it. 150 for it, and it's $150 worth of food. Because
That's it.
you can get people to do shit for free for food. I've done it for all kinds of events. So
Yeah, just feed them. If you don't feed them,
just feed
they're not
'em.
doing.
You don't
jack
feed them,
shit.
they will never volunteer again. And it's got to be good. Don't give them crappy
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
When they were
Yeah,
shooting. So I live in this neighborhood called Andersonville. It's on the north side of Chicago, and it's Swedish originally, and then in the 70s it became a lesbian community, and then sometime probably in the 90s it became more of a gay community in general. And there's a lot of more gay men up here now than there would be lesbian women, but they shoot here all the time, and like I saw just off, it was a Cinemax series, but I'm like, fucking catering truck food, like that's more than I'm making fucking 3 weeks just laid out in front of me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh my goodness.
they were in front of my building, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this was before COVID. I'm like, I could probably just take something. Nobody would notice, right?
Yeah.
Famous food. But I didn't. But it's crazy. Their food budget.
The food
The
budget.
food
yeah.
budget for that. If that was shot for $100,000, the food budget would have been $3,000 right there for the
Just by
day.
itself. So they actually
Yeah.
said that the catering budget of Terminator 2
Oh,
was
God.
more than the entire budget of Terminator 1.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Holy jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I just want to reset the room here a little bit.
Let's reset. Let's PTR pull to refresh.
Yep, exactly. Look, if you just came in, you came in 15 minutes ago, you came in an hour and 5 minutes ago. I just want you all to understand that you were getting I would say, hour, an hour. You just got about, semester hour. All right. You just got about $3,000 worth of free advice on how to make a movie. All right. So if you're watching this on replay, as I said, whatever you share here after taxes and fees, I'll cut it in half and I'll give it to this man here and we will invest. And we will do this again. Because we're at about an hour, I just want to let everybody know. My name is Revolution McKinnis. This is RevMac Live. The big interview. We're on Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific, because we have so many West Coast people that watch. Then we're at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. I think that's 5 a.m. GMT. I'm not 100% sure. But this is 100% why I do this program. 100%. To get to talk to this guy right here and learn what he knows and listen to the excitement in your voice in making a movie and feeling you in the moments of your movie and everything. This is precious. Forget all the mission stuff and everything that I want to do right here. It doesn't get any more fun than that. And I want to just say, because I want to be able to cut this if we need to, if you want to use it for something, I'm going to take us out, but we're not going to go anywhere. All right. So
Right.
even though they've heard all of this, I should have told you, but we were running behind. So
Yeah, no worries.
yeah, listen, man, this has been fantastic. I'm hoping you're going to come back. And who should I talk to next?
He said his name is Rev and he is not done speaking.
Joy.
So wait, is this thing with the eyeballs? Is that the number of people watching this right now?
It's the number of people
260?
that have just looked. But
Okay.
the
Those are
way
the
this
eyeballs that
system
have
works,
come through the room.
yeah, the way this system works here, I have no Periscope or Facebook followers. I have none. I came in here with basically nobody. So
Yeah.
if somebody that's really big in terms of views were to come in here, they'd bring all their viewers on their multi-platform stuff here.
Yeah.
And we would get more people to watch. But the great thing about me is I have tons of people that watch on the replay. So, and I was like, okay, I'm getting eyeballs on the replay, but is anybody watching? And I know people are watching because this is a really great interview. You're a great person to interview. We're having fun. But I have some that, aren't that great. And I'm like, they'll be like, yeah, I watched the interview. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, how long did you watch? They're like, the whole thing? I'm like, the whole 3 hours? I wouldn't watch the whole 3 hours. And you're watching it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
people watch these replays. They're going to watch this. How can I send my total $5 award to Darion?
Whoa.
You got PayPal? You got PayPal?
I've got Darion Donju at hotmail.com. Yeah.
Giving me money and splitting it with him and all the fees. Just type your PayPal. I'll type it in. Hey, no, yes, I'll type it in. I'm a horrible typist, but what is it?
Yeah, so it's Darion Donju. I actually have it's my name on Venmo and on
Okay.
Cash App.
No
It's the
spaces
same.
or nothing?
Yeah, it's just my name. Yeah.
All right.
That is really sweet. This is amazing. I
Oh,
do
dude,
appreciate that
please.
for sure.
So it's DarionDanjou, and that's PayPal and Venmo. All right.
Yeah, and Cash App. It's all the same. Yeah.
Okay. PayPal.
But what's interesting is just so that anybody knows, any money that comes my way is just going to go back into films. I mean, I don't, you know,
Exactly.
I don't.
Wait a minute.
I don't do savings that well. I just make
Darion,
movies.
hold on a minute. No, I want to keep it real with people, okay?
Yeah.
Into making films, he might be buying a sandwich with it too. So don't think, don't slight him like, dude, no, I saw you spend $25. That's a $25 I gave you. And I saw you spend it at Wendy's because I was spying on you. And what he's saying is every dollar he gets, he's going to make movies. He's trying to, he needs to pay his rent. He needs to eat, and he needs to do a lot of other shit. And I imagine that he doesn't eat sometimes to get the budget that he needs to do something. So let's stop that shit right now and give this guy some money on his PayPal, his Cash App, and his Venmo. Why don't you do all three? If you got all three, do all three. If you only got two, do two. If you only got one, do one. But yeah, seriously, this is amazing. So we're going to go, but we're not. And yeah, give me some final thoughts, man. And we'll cut this so we can use it for something if you want to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that this is it's definitely great to speak with you. It also just goes to show the beauty of Clubhouse, because Clubhouse was able to bring us together. And anytime you want me to come back and hang out and talk movies, I would definitely love to. But most importantly, anybody wants to kind of follow the journey, I'm going to do this exciting thing of making a micro budget movie. And when I say micro budget, I'm not talking about the budgets that when people are talking about, $1 million, it's micro budget, 500,000.
So small.
I'm talking something like 10 grand or under. And I think I can do a feature for that.
For 10 grand, you could make Apocalypse Now, dude.
Yeah, exactly. If you look at what I did with the 300.
Exactly. Fuck, for 10 grand. It's like, what was that movie? 1917 or whatever they did. That thing probably cost like $3 billion. You could make that for 10 grand. Easy. I believe
I'm gonna do it. But I think by doing it that way, that I can make these things profitable, because if I can just find the audience. So anybody,
you got to find a distributor, right?
No, I'm just gonna
do it yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna. What do I need to? I mean, I'm just gonna sell it.
I'm just wondering,
Yeah, I'm just gonna sell it. That's what I'm gonna try to do, and I'm gonna let you know if that journey works.
Are people selling stuff directly to Prime and Netflix and stuff, or what?
Well, yeah, you can just sell it. You can basically put it on Prime.
Or you're selling it to a broker maybe, and you don't own it anymore, and they try to make money on it, kind of thing, or
no? I'm talking just put it on like a Venmo on demand. You want to watch the movie, you pay your $9 or whatever it costs, and you can watch the movie and
whose platforms it going to be on?
Probably all of them. So Amazon allows for that. YouTube now actually allows for that. Venmo, not Venmo, but Vimeo. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go that route and just try to find my audience myself. And it doesn't matter to me if it. The thing is, I don't really believe that there is an option of failure. It's just about who can I find that wants to watch that type of movie, and as long as I find them, then it's a success. And then I'm going to keep making those same types of movies. Like if you like Black Mirror, right? If you like near future conceptual sci-fi like Ex Machina, those are some of my favorite kind of things. That's the kind of stuff that I'm striving to make. So all I have to do is try to find those people who want to see more of that kind of stuff, and I think I'll be okay.
Ooh, I hope tonight. How many of these kind of things have you done?
Hey, Carrie. This is like the first one. This is the first one since Clubhouse. This is you're the first one. I do have something scheduled next week.
So I'm going to get you a 1080p copy of this. I'll put it up on Dropbox or something so you can pull it back down. Yeah. If you can use any of it to promote yourself, it's yours. Okay. If you need to come in here and have us script a fucking quick interview and shoot it.
Yeah.
And because you need 2 minutes or something, you just let me know. All right. Whatever you need, I'm here. Hell yeah. I mean, this is why I'm here, is so people know who you are. Like when we get done tonight, we'll stay on for a couple of minutes. Let's coordinate some social media stuff. I'm going to
Sure.
get you on LinkedIn. I just found out today, really, the power of LinkedIn because I put some things on there the other day, and I'm like, holy shit! Nobody ever looks at my stuff, but they're looking at these films.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm going to get you across all my socials. Everybody in this room, get this man on your socials. Everybody that watches this, get this man on your socials. This dude is like, you are going to someday say, I was one of the first persons to retweet on that day that Darion showed up with Revolution, right? Because
That's
I'm going to
awesome.
be, like, man, that dude. I wonder if he still remembers me. No, we'll still be friends, hopefully.
Welcome,
But
Carrie. I see Carrie came into the room. Gio's been commenting. I mean, Joy, Christine, everybody. This has been pretty cool. I love the feedback aspect of it. Like, I appreciate everybody who's been here. It's fun.
Yep.
This is addictive. I see why you do this, man. This is
It is pretty fun. All right. So we're going to pretend like we're going out here.
yeah.
And I appreciate all of you for being here with us, watching this program. And wow, look, kudos to Clubhouse too. I don't think we're direct competitors. I think if you want to learn how to use Clubhouse effectively and meet this guy, slide into my IG DMs. I got a course. It'll come out soon and it won't be cheap, but it's been a pleasure, man. And appreciate you a lot. And we'll see you soon. Peace be with you. And namaste.
Right back at you, Rev. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks to everybody for hanging out with us.
And boom, if you need to use that, we'll use it. So, yeah. So, although I did try to take a drag of weed, and I might have already, now that we're past the official time.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I
There we
smoked
go.
weed tonight, but it's Friday. I'm allowed to do it on Friday. I do remember now smoking earlier. Gary followed. Awesome. Yeah, dude. Just talk,
I should have definitely had some alcohol in my
Next
house.
time.
For whatever reason, I'm like completely dry in my house right now, so I've got to remedy that this weekend really quickly. Oh man, yeah,
So, yeah,
Joey,
let's-
I will remember you for sure, Joy Christine.
Gio, you want to come up and talk? This is the time. Anybody wants to come up and talk, you can do it. I would
Yeah.
appreciate it if you have clothes on. And
How
you
many
try
people
not
can get on here at the same time?
8,
Oh, okay,
like a Zoom meeting.
dude,
Can you
I love
imagine doing
this.
a directors roundtable here?
Right,
And you can roll in clips
yeah, this is
for
nice.
free across
Yeah,
all
I'm
your
loving it.
platforms.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find out about this?
The capabilities of this haven't even been tapped yet.
Yeah.
So are you familiar with Periscope or Twitter Live?
Yeah.
So
Ish.
I got on Periscope in like 2015, but I didn't really use it a lot. That's when it started. And I didn't get on it until a couple of years ago, and I started doing a little political show. It's just you on the screen and people are chatting,
Yeah.
and nobody knew me. I have no reasonable size Periscope following. I have a 21,000 followers on Twitter with a burnt algorithm. Literally, the only way you see my tweets is if you get alerts about my tweets. That thing is burnt, but I can't give
Yeah.
it up. There's 21,000 people on there, like
Right.
I can fix it, but it's going to cost about 5 G's worth of advertising money because if I spent 50 and I didn't get any hits, I would, all I get in tech support is email and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, sir," whatever, but if I spent 5 G's, they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, no, we'll reset the algorithm for you." Because I know it can be done. I know it can be done. I've been just, tweeting at Jack. Anytime I meet anybody, like, do you know anybody high up at Twitter? Seriously, do you? Just please,
it would be
because
nice.
social media is the life of me to do this, right? And I don't
Yeah.
have time to build up another following like that. But anyway, come up. Yeah, Gio, come up. Awesome. Here we go. This is now you get to see
how this thing works.
What we can really do. Yeah. Anybody else wants to come up? Gio, you should be live. Here's what I'm going to do for you, Darion. I'm going to make you a director.
Okay.
So the only thing you can't do is turn off the broadcast, and that's the only thing you can't do.
Yeah.
But now you're a director, so
Nice.
you can take me out. Click on the blue bar, put me back in.
Why would
Oh,
I
you're on the
take you out?
phone. Oh, you're on the phone.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Okay.
harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, darn it. Yeah, you're on the phone. But play around with it a little, even on the phone. And let's talk to Gio.
Oh, look.
Hello,
Gio.
hello. Can you guys hear me all right?
Dude,
Yeah,
I
you
sure
sound
can.
great.
Look at you.
I can
Yeah,
even
it's good to
see.
finally, get in the same room with you guys. I've been so charged up getting to comment with you guys and just see you guys respond instantly. It's been an awesome experience. This is my wife, Aaliyah. She's
Hi,
been
Aaliyah.
watching you guys as well, and we're both active sponsors. But I can't wait to see until there's tons more people. But don't let me get started on the horror questions yet and all the ideas that I have for you.
ask
So wait,
away.
when I'm
go ahead.
looking at you, Gio, can you guys still see me? Is it still got me
Yeah,
showing?
you're fine. You're fine. The
Yeah.
tech on here is
Oh,
almost
so
without
good.
question. It's
Yeah.
pretty ergonomic. So if I'm seeing you,
Yeah.
it's going to be in the studio. So you're fine. Don't worry about any of that.
Yeah, you're
That's
just
awesome.
you're really limited on the mobile because it's just a small screen. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right here. So no, I'm gonna just let you guys talk because my job as a moderator is generally to shut the F up. And people come in here and they're like, is this an interview or are you just talking to each other? And I'm like, yeah, we're just talking to each other.
Right.
Okay. And
Yeah.
or it'll be like, Revolution, could you shut up literally in the comments and let somebody else talk? So I'm going to take myself off screen. I'm going to do a bio break. You're in
Oh, yeah.
charge, Darion. So don't break anything. And I'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
Hey, what's going on?
Darion. All right. So I know you're probably just as excited to ask me a bunch of questions, but I'm just going to go right in
Yeah.
on the questions I have for you. Is that all right?
Yeah, go right in.
All right.
Wait,
I'm
tell
gonna
me,
jump
tell
off.
me, you're Gio, and then what's your wife's name again, so I know everybody's names.
Yeah. So let me get this camera set up so that it's a little bit more cohesive. Oh, it's starting to slip forward.
Oh no.
All right. So
Hang on.
this
I
is
gotcha. Hang
Aaliyah.
on.
Oh my gosh.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, like the singer.
Yeah, like the singer.
Oh, okay, perfect. I got it. Aaliyah. I'm in there now.
There we go.
Gio and Aaliyah.
Mm.
Nice. Yeah,
All right.
go for it. Let's do this.
All right. So I'm going to jump off with the first question. It's the elephant in the room. Where
Yeah.
did you get the idea for $1 million? I mean, I'm genuinely curious where you jumped off and said, you know what, I need $1 million for my next film because I want to know what your plan is to do with $1 million. I mean, is it going to be Will Smith's son in it? Is it going to be all of Atlanta
Yeah,
coming
like,
in?
What are you gonna do with all that money?
Yeah. So okay. So the reason I said $1 million is because Pony is the one that I'm thinking of, and Pony has it's set in the near future, where the city basically, if you live inside the city, you have money, and if you live outside the wall, you don't have any money and you don't have any jobs, right? So a lot of that money basically would go into the visual effects and the production design to make that city look like a legitimate futuristic city. That's really where most of the money is. And then, some things like the high-tech labs. Like, have you guys seen this movie called Possessor that Brandon Cronenberg recently did? So he's Dave.
Huh.
Yeah, Brandon, he just came out with this movie called Possessor, and it kind of has similar themes to Pony, which is like body jumping and body swapping type stuff.
Okay,
And I
so
think-
the CGI is part of it.
Yeah, the design and they have like the machine that they use to put on their faces and make that stuff look all cool. Yeah, so I think
So, like,
that's,
robotics. You trying to go Terminator on this?
yeah, not full Terminator, but definitely with the lab. So that lab I used was cool because it was white and it was designer, but I think
Yeah.
that lab could get an upgrade. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I challenge you on something. I want to see at $300 or $400, I'm gonna say, I'm proud of you for doing that with $300 or $400. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
awesome.
don't want to take
Appreciate
away
it.
any credit there, but I want
Yeah.
to see what you can do with the next level up. And I don't know what that is for you, right?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to see the next step,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you're putting out 1,000 times the amount of product that you're getting from a small bit of capital. I want to see that
Yeah.
again.
Right, because I feel like that's what this platform, that's the direction of this platform, is people that are here and see themselves there. So
Yes.
then this is the
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
You're
I'm
gonna see
very
that
excited
this
to
year
see
for
about.
sure, because I'm doing that micro budget, which will be under 10 grand. So, and it will be a feature. So
There
that's
you
what
go.
I'm writing that right now. And so what I do is I just write to all the different levels. You know what I mean? Because it's like I basically write based on what I have. But I mean, I realize I have to be ready for, if somebody were to want to make Pony, which is probably the more expensive one that I have, then I have to be, that script is ready right now. So I wrote it. I went, see, this is what happened. I went to Berlin and a couple producers, approached me and they were like, holy shit, we want to, like make a feature, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I mean, I kind of just made the short. Like, I didn't really think about the feature yet. So I had not written the feature at that time. So I was crying a little bit inside. I came home and I said, well, I'm going to sit down. And I spent most of 2019 just writing all the feature scripts. So I got about 4 feature scripts, which are written. I have another one called Rack, which is equivalent to Pony, about that same budget level. It's also near future. I can tell you a little bit about that one.
That one's not shot as a short.
That one is, I have shot some of the short, yeah, but then
Uh-huh.
COVID kind of happened and I had to take a pause on
Gotcha.
that one. And that one's a little bit more, got a little bit more production going on to it than Pony does. But that world is also a similar world in that. So if you think about gamers, right? Like when you play games, you go for hours and hours, 12, 13, 14 hours. Like basically if you can avoid going to the bathroom and like even having to stop to eat, you would, right? So, but it kind of takes that and goes a step further. So what it's got is like people on medical, like they got IV drips
Oh, like
going.
surrogate.
Yeah, it's like Surrogate. Yeah, it goes in the direction of Surrogates. I love, that was made, the book, the graphic novel for that was written in Atlanta. So
Ah,
Top
neat.
Shelf Productions is here in Atlanta. Yeah.
Where-
Yeah, so I love Surrogates, and it's kind of like that. And basically what they do though is instead of it being like a remote robot like what they do in Surrogates, they basically just they put everybody into virtual reality, right? And in order to save the planet, they kind of force everybody to go into virtual reality and live in that world. But the trick is that that you have to follow the same rules as the real world, right? So they're copying the real world. So it's not like you can be Superman and do everything you want. It still fits the natural properties,
Both of these
except
movies sound like it's a figurative, literal of like what the world is now. Like
yeah,
America is a big place with a big wall, like literally right now. That's
hundred
movie
percent,
one. Movie
100%.
two, like
Yeah,
we are going online and we are expected to behave a certain way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
obviously, some
think
people have the cheat
you're
codes.
in a position right now where you can jump in on a part of the world that is completely unaccessed, which is our ability to really communicate with people on a direct level, right? As much
Yeah,
as these sci-fi films have
yeah,
been taking off, the ones that are
yeah,
blowing up the most are Black
yeah.
Mirror, the ones that talk about the
Black
things we
Mirror. Yeah.
actually deal with. And I want to see more of that from you, man.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm all about that because,
Real
you
talk.
know, it's just like, I mean, I feel like that's the way things are going, and like my main character in Rack is somebody who doesn't really like technology, so he basically makes a deal to sort of stay out in the real world and not have to go into virtual reality, but to maintain that existence, he has to do these hits every once in a while, so.
All right, so it goes real primitive.
So you went straight to Hitman. You basically said, "All right, we're gonna go Barry on this."
All right,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
manners,
Do it.
straight
Yeah.
to murder.
You get like, yeah, you got like,
The
you know, you
most
got like,
relatable subject
Yes.
is being
You
a
got-
hitman.
Right.
well, you know, it's like you could try to defeat your opponent in the virtual world and try to do it the legit way, or you just send somebody who's on the outside to take out the
Yeah,
physical.
I mean, killing people to stay alive, that's like, it's almost like a gangster kind of.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
it echoes out a lot more. You know, I don't want to tear it down. That's representative of a lot of what
Many
people
different, yeah.
have to do in today's society.
Push comes to shove, yeah.
I mean,
like,
you
that's
take
intense.
you take the most basic example of what we're fighting over. A lot of the animosity that exists in America and in general the world, it's over our beliefs or our views. And this is a perfect example where you can really show both sides of the coin. You know, you
Yeah,
can
and
show
plus
people
nobody's
what it looks
clean,
like.
right? Nobody's clean. That's the thing too. It's like, you know, this world it kind of has a gritty feel to it where, you know, it's like who's really clean? You know, I mean, who's righteous and who's not? And he wants to be righteous, but he's not, he's not 100% righteous. But at the same time, nobody is. So it's kind of like it's little circle of, morality thing that's going on. I love playing with that kind of stuff, you know.
Nice.
I would say what you're seeing a lot more is cleaned up films. And what I loved about your film, and I'm going to point this out, is
Thank you.
what was raw about it was I could tell those actresses, those actors that I see, I feel like I know them, right? And I've done a little bit of work in theater back in Philadelphia, and working with those actors that were striving and hungry, and you could tell they were working on nothing but their brute passion. You're getting people that are so amazing because they have not been given this beautiful paycheck because they are hungry. And I think you're tapping into something, and then you immediately said, "I would love to do, a big profitable film." I agree.
Yeah.
But let's talk about why people feel distrusting of the cleaned up version, because nobody's clean, and the people that have all this money to clean up their mistakes and their problems and all that, those are the ones that they're fearing the most. So we want to see the nitty gritty. We want to see more of what you just put out, my friend.
Don't
Yes.
Yeah,
And you're
don't
gonna
sell
see
out.
that.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah,
willing to
you're-
whisper. Don't sell
Yeah,
out.
you're gonna see that. You're
Like,
gonna see that.
$1 million immediately.
Yeah,
I could see
we
that
could-
going
look,
sell out mode.
Somebody could raise $1 million for this guy if they knew who he
Well,
was,
that,
especially
and
after
that
the
million is gonna look like
$10,000 one that you're going to make. Huh?
But that million is gonna, like, that million is actually for the stuff that I have envisioned for, like, Pony. It will look like that million is super low budget compared
For
to
you,
what
that's
needs-
$100 million.
Yeah, it's $100 million
Bro,
movie. It
you
really
know,
is.
Just to
like,
quote
yeah.
you, Darion, you said you're gonna not pay anybody, but definitely have an awesome set, right? You want that raw nitty gritty. This is that Alfred Hitchcock style
Yeah.
direction where you're gonna pay them nothing, treat them like crap, and then if the movie gets successful, you give them $1 million, so their portion of it.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Are you a
This is a direct quote from the director Darion Downjou.
I wanted to
We
be
do
gritty.
not
I'm not
accept
even
unions
I'm not
or
even gonna
pay
tell you that I'm
anybody.
filming you right now. Like, I'm just rolling, but I just tell everybody that they're auditioning, but I'm just rolling. That's how I shoot my movie. I'm just rolling.
No. That's been done. That has been done. There are plenty of videos of it online. We do not talk about those types of videos, all right? You cannot use that tactic anymore. I've seen you. Biblically, my friend. You stay away from that, okay? No more of that direction, please.
Oh man. So Aaliyah, have you also done acting, or what's your kind of, what do you?
Yes.
Yeah?
So yeah, I've done a little bit. I feel like the profession that I'm in now, then I really love my career, but then I also want to work on like film related projects as a more side thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm more of like, it fits into me as like a hobbyist thing, but I used to make it like my career.
Yeah.
And I worked on a few independent films. They were directed by Henrik Kuto. and he's incredible the way that he put everything together. He's from Dayton, and we were working with very, very small budgets. I
Yeah.
feel like it might be rude for me to like say actual numbers, but definitely smaller than what we've been talking about. And
Yeah.
feature-length films with like
Oh,
less,
amazing.
significantly
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
kind of content that I'm in. I have an IMDb page. So if
Okay.
you look up
Okay.
my name, you can find me
Aaliyah.
on there.
What's the last name to look up?
My last name would be Eckhart.
Eckhart. Oh,
Yeah.
like Aaron Eckhart.
I think so. It's ECKHARDT.
Hey, I'm gonna
Oh, okay,
take.
with a D and T. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
remember that now. I,
Uh,
I, I
I'm
always relate it to something else that I remember. That way I actually will remember it. So I know it's
yes.
Aaliyah is the singer, and then Aaron Eckhart, and then now I'll remember it.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're going to do a quick commercial break. So stay right here. Nobody go anywhere. And let's just do this for Haps. So right now, and for the weekend, so probably Sunday night at the latest, I'd be done at 5 to be safe. They've got a 50% off sale for the coins. So coins are the currency of the community, right? We share the wealth, we share the love, we spread it around with each other. We support everybody out there. So I know you've watched some videos this week that you liked, and for whatever reason, you didn't give them an award. Get back over there, give those folks some awards, and somebody drop a hamster somewhere or a diamond, right? Make somebody's freaking week, all right? Okay? And sponsor some people. $1 a month. You sponsor somebody for $1, they will jump for joy. Gio and Aaliyah sponsored me tonight, and somebody else did, and I can't find him in the comments because I'm scrolling back. But Gio, like, holy cow! Oh, Aaliyah did it herself. Oh, duh! Wow. Okay. All right. Oh well, thank you. You're awesome. Yeah, like that's amazing. Thank you. And people, please go sponsor other people. Yeah, thank you guys. That's just.
Yeah, I love coin purchasing. I love sponsorships. It's all great. I also accept random packages in a PO box that I've yet to set up. If you'd like to just send me a fluffy quilt that you made or a nice bologna sandwich, make sure there's
All
enough
right.
dry ice, right?
Well,
That's fine too.
we're gonna have some kind of.
Somebody's asking if Gio's Moroccan.
Yeah, I feel bad answering that because that you're so good at it. You jump in here and you just oh, there's a comment here. I don't want to take away from this conversation.
Oh, you can do
Let
whatever
me
you want,
just
man.
address this, right? I am a mixed person of American and Irish and Peruvian and all this other stuff. But yeah, I'm Peruvian and American. If that matters to you. But no, I was born in the United States. But if you're wondering the different part of me, the thing that's interesting that we can talk about that has a language other than English, that's the one, and it's pretty cool.
So we both got some South American roots then, because my father's from British Guyana. Which is just
Oh my gosh, that's one of the only Hindu or is it Hindu? I know they speak a Hindu language. It is Hindu. Is it? What do they speak?
Yeah, so there's you've got the black population, which is primarily English, and then the Indian population, which is a huge Hindi population. Yeah.
Right. I know. I've actually done a number of weddings for people from Guyana, and they love talking about the fact that you want to know something. I'm not from India. I'm from South America, like you, but I speak Hindi, and I'm like, yeah, I know it's crazy. That's what.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's yeah.
That's what people do.
Hey, let me jump in one sec.
Sure.
So, because I just love to let the conversation flow. But we're doing the coin sale. Make sure you buy them on the desktop. Don't buy them on the iPhone because iPhone charges 30% to Haps for the privilege of you getting
30%.
them on the iPhone. So you get 30% more coins if you buy them on the desktop. And support your friends. That is That is what it's about. You can get 99,000 coins for $99, and that is 50% more than you usually get for $99. So definitely everybody get some of those coins. Haps needs to survive. It needs to flourish because I like being on here every night. And so Haps, doesn't need to go away. I think I still have, it's Saturday. I think I still have
we're on to
7
Saturday.
sponsorships that I need before midnight to get my 10 for the week. So if 7 other people are watching this before midnight, want to give me $1 each, get me to my 10 for the first time ever in a week. And yes, you guys keep talking.
I just wanted to mention, absolutely, buy them on the browser in your iPhone. I don't want to get the message across that we're
there you go.
Apple. I'm totally pro corporation, pro American corporation, especially the really, really big ones. Go corporation. Super pro Apple fan here. I love Apple so much. So please sponsor us, Big Apple, Daddy Apple.
Yes,
if I may
thank
call you that. Reverend
Thank you,
Apple
Gio.
has been taken by the rest.
Right. And actually, Bill's
We
donut
love the
shop
man.
around the
More
corner.
power to the man.
Here, look, right now. I'll put it out there. Right now. What do you want to do? You wanting to broadcast? Are you a broadcaster already?
Oh wait, why is it
Gio?
doing
Talking
this?
to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, are you about to hop off of here and I'm going to
We just lost him. He'll come back.
Ooh.
Yeah. He probably got disconnected. He'll be back.
Okay. Sorry, can you repeat your question? I didn't understand.
Yeah, so are you a broadcaster? You got a nice microphone. Like what are you doing on the internet?
I really am, I've been promoting it this whole night, right? But I'm a big small scale promoter, grassroots promoter. I spend a lot of my time talking to people in real life, going to random places to talk to people. Sometimes they're not recorded because honestly, a lot of people can't get past this feeling of being put on. So, as much as I want to move into that slowly, it's a lot of just good conversations. That's why I'm just a conversationalist in my bio. Now, with the mic, I do a lot of omigling, just random chatting, and I do a lot of recording that, but a lot of that is in backlogs and a place that will never be touched until I'm ready to edit it. But that's it. I just thought I might be able to spread my message a little better.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. No, let's see if he's texted me or something. You know what? He could have just. Well, you've seen his films. It's quite possible that one of those creatures got out of the box and started to chew on his leg. Oh wait, there he is.
There he is.
Okay.
He's back in Sideways Portrait.
I was worried that woman from Mommy. Can we show that right now?
Let's do it. That'd be awesome.
I was worried that woman from Mommy had gotten out of the box and she was eating you right now. So glad you came
Chowing
back.
down on me.
Yeah, let's show. You talk for a second. We're going to show Mommy, everybody. This is
All right.
This is fabulous.
That's cool. This is such a fun app, man. Oh man. Hello from Hamilton. I don't know where that is.
That's that is John Novacal, one of my earliest, actually probably it might be literally my earliest supporter, and he is from Canada, my friend. We have a lot of Canadian viewers here. Oh, Gavin is from Canada. By the way, Darion, do you know Tom Conkle? Uh-oh, he's gone. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we lost him again.
I wasn't looking at this screen. I was looking at the one for the film. He'll be back.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second. We can show this movie and that'll work.
He's seen it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's seen it a couple times probably.
Well, I'm sure the viewers would love to see it, but at the same time, I feel bad playing the video with him not here. He needs to Terminator, and
he'll be right back.
Real quick.
Yeah, he'll be right back. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
It'll take me 5 minutes before I can run it, Gio. It'll take me 5 minutes to get it running because I usually have a technical director here,
Yeah.
But I got to do it myself, and I'm old. So hold on a second.
Well, the platform makes it simpler, though.
Yeah, and let's
it's
not
awesome.
let's not
Yeah.
take away. I think at this point we're both old and stoned. And I
definitely
am
stoned.
so happy you just took that fat rip on camera. The whole time I was like, man, you know what? I would love to hop on there and talk to them. I'm in a great mood, super talkative, in my 3 Moon Wolf shirt. I would love it, but I'm so stoned. And then you just ripped it.
Fuck
And I
yeah.
was so happy. Good for you, man. I mean, rock and roll. Promote it.
No doubt, dude. Now,
Yeah, brother.
technically, during the first hour, Monday through Friday, on the big interview, no weed. I could smoke
None.
it before, but guy
I-
can't show people me.
Sure.
But on Fridays, yeah, it's open. It's open. It's open mic on the weed on Fridays. You can just smoke.
Yeah.
So-
Look,
and
I don't think that logic applies to the replays, but I love that you're thinking about it.
That's true. Yeah. No, you're 100% on there. Let's see. All right. He's back. We're gonna show your
my
movie.
power died, so I'm plugged in now. So my
Okay, good.
My vocals may sound.
So everybody-
different than they did.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good enough. I'm gonna get you. We'll talk. We'll figure out how to get you set up, get your vocals and stuff a little better here, and it won't cost an arm and a leg. And folks, send him some money so we can, because he'll just invest it in movies, and I'd like him to invest a little into a little better audio quality. Okay, so let's get that handled.
Let's get him some audio equipment and possibly a new camera. I mean, and I want the people to send him money that are his fans, and only the people that are his fans. In fact, only fans can send him money. Guys,
Well, we
only
can set up
fans
a
can
website
send him money
on
right
there.
now. Okay.
We can set a website up on there.
Yes.
OnlyFans.
Absolutely. I would watch you drink pop all day, man. That's it. That's your
Yeah.
spiel. I'm the pop
Yeah.
drinker.
Well, this is like OnlyFans without the nudity, because you can tip us right there. So, okay. I sent him
Except
money.
on Fridays. Fridays is open mic.
Look, somebody's actually already sent you money, sir. Awesome. All right, let's watch this movie. Here we go.
Fantastic.
Guys, remember to let me know if you can hear it in the comments quickly.
Either you shot a Oh, and we're back. You got it.
Mr. Wolfie's gonna eat you. Shh. Mr. Wolfie's gonna eat you all the way up. We have to be quiet, Thomas. Shh. I wasn't even that loud. But Mommy said we have to be. Wait. Did you hear that? Mommy's on a date again. It's always someone new. I'm gonna catch them smooching. No, Tommy, don't go. We're not supposed to come out of our rooms when she's on a date. She's always on a date. I'm just gonna take a quick pic. I'll be right back. Thomas? Thomas. Mommy? Thomas? 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 No, no, Angie! Go back! Go back! Mommy? Mommy.
Wow, that was so cool.
Mommy.
Wow.
Mommy.
I'm getting so many cool vibes from this. I mean, the first thing I'm thinking is Freud is rolling over in his grave after watching this, right? And then the next thing I'm thinking is I'm getting like Oedipus vibes out of this, but also just this nightmare. How did you get the kids to do that? Is it peanut butter on a stick? That was awesome. That was amazing. So enough ranting about the kids, right? And how you got those shots were I love the light leading through. What gave you that idea? Talk to me about that. I'm so curious of what went through your head. Was it a nightmare?
So some of these movies they do just pop into my head like lightning, like just at once. I just see it right away, and I'm like, holy shit, that's the movie. But I think sometimes pressure causes it. So most of the time I'm doing sci-fi, and a friend of mine, they were going to do this thing where they're going to rent a theater and play horror movies in October, but they wanted them to be all original movies that we made especially for the thing. Only thing is, so the guy dropped out. One of the guys dropped out, and he was like, "Hey, man, I know you only do sci-fi, but dude, we've got a spot. Can you make something for this? Like, whatever." And I was like, "Well, if there's anything else I love besides sci-fi, it is horror, right? That's my other love. Fuck yeah, I can make something." He's like, "But you got to have it done in 3 weeks." So I'm like, "Oh shit, 3 weeks, really?" So yeah, I was like, what could I do? So I just thought about the one take, and I just saw it, man. I just saw the whole thing, and I was just like, that's it. That's the movie. I just wrote it down. Yeah. I don't know. I can't even answer. I have no idea where it came from. I just was like, I got to come up with something, and then boom.
So let me talk to you then about the blood. And I know my wife is going to have more comments about this, but did you decide, you know what's so much more fun than half a bucket of blood? Like 10 times that amount. Did you just have a field day? Because that was awesome.
Hey, the like that. What was the budget on that?
What was the budget on Pony?
Oh my God!
Yeah, that
Holy
was
cow.
that was like 300. That was
And
probably a little less. That was like
did you shoot the final scene there?
I did. So I started it, then I handed it off to Shalisha. She handed it off to Chris Cleveland, who handed it back off to me at the end. So I did the final. I did the final and the start.
Hey, move just a little to the left. Move just a little to the left. There you go. There, because I got you framed up. There. Yeah. My God. Having a director not in the shot, like, ooh, that man, I look really bad. Yeah, so tell us about that scene, dude. Because it looked like it was, tell us.
So the thing is that I wanted to do it as a one take because I know that like that's the one I love one takes because they're just like for horror, you feel like you can't escape. Like when you're cutting, it's still movie like and it's like you feel like you're being manipulated. But if you're like on a one take and you're just following something, it has a way of tricking the mind into taking it more as real. And I really wanted to do that thing where we went from the room and you don't really know the layout. That was my thing, was to like throw people off and like we're backing up into these dark spaces and this little girl's walking through, what the fuck's going on, that type of shit. So I just knew that it had to be really slow at the beginning in order to make the payoff work at the end.
It kind of felt like I got the similar feeling as when I saw Martin Scorsese's graduation film when he went to, I think it was NYU, maybe Tisch. But it was this kind of slow building, it was almost playful in the beginning. But then kind of you get this cerebral aspect, the slow message being sent. And then as soon as that gore came, it wasn't just the frills of it. It wasn't just to see some splashing on screen. It actually meant something. And I loved how it was dragging behind her. It showed that's what made it so much harder. I mean, I don't know if you planned the tile floor or that kind of look, but it almost felt like I was trying to escape from a school. And everybody remembers that feeling of any bit of wetness is invisible and yet the most deadly thing. So it had some cool cerebral effects, man. I don't know if you meant to do that, but wow, that was cool.
I really appreciate that. There's a lot of detail in there too that is deliberately put in there. They're little things like, if you really think about what everything that's said kind of is hinting at a larger story, which is I do want to do a feature out of this one, and there's.
Are you gonna go Zack Snyder and just go 4:3 the whole way? Because I've seen some cool stuff in 4:3, man.
Oh my God, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would need a really
it's a direction, right?
It's a direction. It's a direction.
You can't hate on it, right? He took a chance. He took something that he wasn't necessarily. Nobody was really proud of it. I'm not even going to talk about him, right? Nobody was proud of that. And he took it and he said, "We can make this turd polished better." He wasn't even reinventing the wheel. They polished a turd from the beginning and they worked on it. But
they just kept working it.
I'm going to just throw it in again. I'm full circling. That's $1 million movie right there. Okay. You want to see what people can do with $1 million sometimes? It's that. It's not beautiful scenery though. I heard Ben Affleck didn't take a paycheck.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I want to see some more of that cutting up. That's what you guys were talking about before. You said, wouldn't it be great if we took an AI, we took a film, and we just chopped it up and we threw it back together? Would it still make sense? And we're actually seeing that with the Zack Snyder cut. That it does. Yeah. No, I truly didn't mean to make you laugh there, but it does make sense, right? It's almost comedic at this point, but it does make sense if people have the background of the editing process. And so I hope that inspires you a little bit to maybe gain some inspiration from your process as a director, finding these actors, that the message you're sending of a one take fear. Yeah. That part I think is untapped still. I don't think that fourth wall has been broken. That's the fifth wall, right?
Yeah.
Not the viewer. You're showing them the actors coming into the new projects.
Yeah. No, man, it's a lot of fun. Very small. The funny thing is, like, those kids' parents are running around behind the cameras and stuff because the thing is they're sitting in the living room when we're in the bedroom, but by the time we get to the living room they can't be in the living room, so I had to have them like sneak behind the camera, go through this extra wall, and then run around so they would never be on camera. It's so funny to see these kids' parents like going like this and running around and stuff. They were troopers. It was really
Yeah,
fun.
I would have loved to have been the fly on the wall of that interview with the parents. So how do we feel about Gore? He's how old? Eight. Oh, those baby
No,
teeth,
no,
right?
no, no,
All
no,
right,
no,
let's
no, no,
move
no,
on
no,
to
no, no, no. That's not
crucifixion.
how you do it, Gio. No, no, no. Look, kids, it's just spaghetti, and we're
So,
just serving
firm
it
believer on lying to
on
them. Just straight up
a
lie to the
human
child.
on a
Yeah,
human
yeah, yeah.
plate. You know, it's fine. No, who? How do you seriously? Are these child actors or
Or just
your
small
best
people.
friend's kids or what
Oh
was
no,
that?
these were little professionals. They were probably the most professional like actors on set.
Mm-hmm.
Friend of mine, Shannon Reese, she booked them for me, and they were awesome. I mean, I did have to do a bunch of auditions, and there was a cute little girl who auditioned, and poor thing, she bless her heart, she just was. Oh my gosh, she was the cutest thing, but she didn't know how to I couldn't really give her any direction at all, right? She was like she would just I forgot what it was, but she couldn't understand what I was saying, and it was like I wanted to cast her, but because she was really cute and she was really expressive, but there
Uh-huh.
was no way to get like I really couldn't communicate with her because she was.
It
I
couldn't
think she
be
had trained something with her parents, but then so
Mm-hmm.
she couldn't do anything but the thing that she had been trained, and so she just
Oh,
kept doing the
gotcha.
same thing. Yeah, even though I would
Right.
say, "Oh, can you try that?" and get a little closer, and then she just would do the trained the
Thing that she could
trained
do.
thing.
Hey,
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
interrupt 1 second because I feel really bad because I just asked you a question and then I scrolled back and it's the exact question Brett had, and Brett's probably
Oh,
going like, he just asked
Brett
my
in the
question, but he didn't give me any credit. But I literally didn't see your question, Brett. But right on, dude.
yeah.
Perfect question for the moment. So,
Oh, yeah, it's a good question. So,
yep.
okay. So the preparation. So one, you rely on the parents a lot, right? Because they have this script, and because I did enough rehearsal with them, because I've never shot with child actors before this movie.
Mm.
So I was scared out of my mind because everybody was like, "Oh, children and animals is the worst," right? But yeah, that's what they say, and I was really worried. But in the end, they turned out to be super professional. But basically, because the parents had the scene, and I had the conversation with the parents ahead of time, and I said, "Look, this is a rated R movie. I just want to make sure everybody understands and is okay with this." But the reality is, for them, they don't really see it that way when they're on set because it doesn't really. There's nothing scary about it when they're on set, right? It's just it's corn syrup with dye. They can eat it, so they were eating some of the blood beforehand, and you know what I mean. So it's like for them, it's just like, this is
Just eat
funny.
blood every day. That's what I do
Yeah, for the
professionally.
7-year-old, we had him like eat some of the blood just so they know that it's not real, and they're like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And then he was like trying to direct me. He was like, "Wait a minute, that light was over there last take." I was like, the kid was like, it was so funny, man. Mason
Got a
is awesome.
gaffer and an actor.
Yeah. He's like, wait, that light was over there last take. Is everything cool? I'm like, yeah, no, it's we're good, man. That's what I want. But I like Mason, and yeah, and then Angie. Yeah, Angie's even more like she's the kid who sits in the front of the class. You know what I mean? Like she's the one. She knows like all the lines. She knew his lines, I mean, she knew everybody's lines, and just was basically just totally professional from beginning to end. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let me
And I've
ask
actually
you.
helped Mason since then. They have actually had me because they really enjoyed the experience. So he auditioned for a couple other horror movies after that, which he actually got because the auditions because of Mommy. People saw him in this, and
Mhm.
he's got a bunch of stuff that he's booked because of it. But they've had me come and hang out with them and also help him understand his roles before some pretty big auditions. So we've maintained a relationship.
Hey, let me ask you. Wow, holy crap! All right, we've been going for 2 hours. So, I have for about the last 8 weeks been busting my ass to get to the point where I could interview cool people like you, and I need to go to bed, and I feel really bad because this is an amazing conversation right now. So I'd like to do this. Definitely want you to come back, but I'd
Yeah.
like to give you we'll do a little debrief, you and I, afterwards,
Yeah.
so we can touch base on some of your thoughts about, funding platforms, helping promote you, whatever I can do. All right. To kind of make this happen. If anybody wants to get with Darion, hit him up on Instagram and it's just his name, Darion,
Darion
D'Anjou.
Yeah.
And if you want to get him some funding of significant amount, don't use a platform, don't use a pay system. $500 fine, but this guy needs like 50K. You want to do that? He'll get to his bank. Okay. So seriously,
with 50K, man. Oh my
Right,
god.
or if
he
any
can do serious.
corporations are listening, please fund these films. We need Apple support right now, and I'm not talking about the call center.
So it has just been awesome. I want you to be able to say good night to everybody, Darion, and we'll talk in a minute. Gio, guys, I am so honored, and I'm sorry, your lovely other halves. They're your first name.
Yeah, let me just plug a couple of things. If anybody wants to talk to me or just have a conversation, I'm pretty easy to find. My handles so far are on Twitch and on here, and it's haps.tv/the most sure. Because you're never really right. You're just the most sure.
The most
awesome.
sure.
The most sure.
It's Aaliyah. My bad.
Eckhart, that's at.
Right.
Oh, you did?
Furby Venom, yeah.
Oh, Furby Venom?
At Furby Venom, yeah.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. That is a film. Can we please make a Furby Venom film? So we've got Furby Venom.
And Aaliyah, get your social on there because somebody might want to, put you in a film. So,
yeah, so then add that.
Right.
You got to get back into the film game, Aaliyah. Why not?
You just comment here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and throw up the comment with all of her information, my information. But either way, you can find our information in there. And it was a pleasure talking to you, my friend. I now feel like we're friends just because you've been so charismatic and so cool, calm, and collected with all these tight questions. And I want to continue this sometime. I actually want to pull you aside, maybe do a separate broadcast where I can kind of pick your brain because some of your direction, it shows you've got a lot of potential in doing some really creepy stuff. So once again, thank you, Rev, for having me on and bringing me in. I appreciate it a lot. You've given me another opportunity to spread my voice, and I cannot wait to continue to hearing your voice. And clearly I need sleep too. So Rev, let's both get some sleep, okay?
Hey dude, listen, thank you so much. Aaliyah, hold on, because you just put it out there on the internal channel, but I just put it out there. Is that right? What I just put on the screen? Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
And then all right, I'm gonna take you guys out. Thank you. Great to meet you. We'll see you soon, I'm sure. And we'll look for your stuff as well. And much appreciated, folks. And then Darion, just, take however long you want and close out the room. And I'll be here.
Rev, it's been fun hanging out with everybody, introducing me to this new platform. It's just being able to, anybody being interested in talking about my stuff is what I'm really all about, because I make the films so that people can enjoy them. And it's even cooler if I can hang out with them and talk about them. So, please, anytime you want to continue the conversation, I'd be totally down. And anybody who's got cool ideas and wants to talk projects and everything, I'm always very open, especially in the sci-fi and horror space. That's just my jam. So thanks for having me, and then thanks for hanging out. It's been great. Joy, Christine, Geo, Brett, everybody who's been participating. I really appreciate it. It's been a fun Friday night.
It's been an absolute blast. And I have to say, from the first interview to this one, they always get a little better. It's amazing because you and Gavin are awesome. You know, everybody has just been amazing. And we're just gelling a little better each time. And it's just a beautiful feeling. And just thank you so much for saying yes, because it's just been an absolute pleasure. I've heard you on Clubhouse, and I can't wait to do some more stuff. And we didn't even talk about 1 Minute Film School. So you have to come back for that, right? So 1 Minute Film School. And yeah, great to see all of you. It looks like I'm literally losing my voice here. I've run out of water. So much love to all of you. To you, sir, same. Great to meet you. And we'll see you soon.
All right, take it easy, Joy Christine. All right, Walt, I know you came in late, but we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
All right, everybody. Peace be with you, and namaste.